This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
We're calling the meeting to order of the Southampton Housing Authority at 6:04 p.m. on January 28th. We are going to take a look at the minutes. I will share a screen just so we have them up. And
Stephen, I've acknowledged how to spell your name.
Well, you got it right 2 times out of 3, so I give you credit.
Okay, do we have any?
I move approval as corrected.
All right, I'll second that. All in favor by voice vote, say your last name and then your vote. Simmons, aye.
Tilby, aye.
Johnson, aye.
All right, minutes approved. So Sharon, if you just send me the most latest version, I will upload it to my town government.
Is PDF okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just correct the name and send it to PDF. Okay.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. I don't even see where it is not correct, but I believe you.
The first number 3, the first time I mentioned him, I got it wrong.
Oh, Stephen, yes. Okay, so close those out. Next on our agenda are some status updates. So, the zoning bylaws project, we got the award. I keep wanting to call it a grant. It is not a grant. I mean, in a way, it's a grant because it's in-kind services. But we got the award from Pioneer Valley Planning Commission. So I'm so psyched about that. And the ball is in their court. They said they'd reach back out with what to do next. So as of now, I'm still just waiting to hear back from them. But psyched to move forward.
Sarah, congratulations.
Thank you.
From whom did you get the good news?
Let's see. I got it from, I believe it was Laura Bandara.
Okay.
Bandara.
Yes, she is the deputy director of land use and environment.
Right. So would work with Ken Comia, maybe as, second in command there.
I would guess so.
Ken Comia and Kyle
Fennell.
Thank you. Have been our lead on the planning project for the Commons. Kyle has left PVPC, and I haven't gotten anything beyond that. But then Ken Comia would be picking up the slack with whatever team he is. And then I noticed today Ken Comia is also professor, lecturer at the Conway School. It's quite a bit less than full time, but it's hopefully in addition to his Pioneer Valley Planning Commission role, which is already more than full time. Anyway, to be determined. It's good that you have a name for this project because you're right, it's all professional services. The town has gotten this for a variety of reasons related to bylaws mostly in the past. And we really will get out of this what we put into it. Okay.
Yes. Agreed. And I worked with them on a DLTA project formerly for our housing production plan in 2022.
Yes, of course.
I was with Ken. I wasn't the lead. I wasn't the chair at the time. Jim Sini was, so I wasn't the lead interactor with them, but I have experience working with them, and they do a lot of the work, which is great, and they need our time. So, which is fine. I'm all about it.
If you want something other than a generic product, you really have to engage.
Right. Very much so. Very much so.
Good.
Well, that's that. Next status update on the Habitat for Humanity project. So we gave them the award, and I've been hounding Bradley and Scott to get the award letter out, which I just saw a nice final version of the award letter. They're working on drafting a land use agreement. I actually already drafted one for them because I know that to get things done in this town, sometimes you need to do it yourself and send them an almost done version and say, please do it. And then sometimes go in there in person and sit right in front of their desk and be like, have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? So I'm planning to do that. But luckily, Megan from Habitat for Humanity is also a really good nudger. Like, she keeps checking in with them, which is so great because boy, do they
Megan.
need that.
Okay. So our interim treasurer is also named Megan,
Okay.
Oh,
just to differentiate. Yep.
Interesting. I didn't realize that.
Sierra, can you go back? You talk fast.
Sorry.
And that's okay. I will not use the word, but just to jar your memory, you have to hound Bradley for what? I won't use that word.
He Bradley is sending the letter of approval, I think it's called. And he and Scott are working on a land development agreement, I believe it's called.
Okay.
And what I heard, if I might, is that Sierra found it expeditious to provide draft letters
Yeah.
to affect these purposes.
Yes. So if you want to just look real quick. They sent us some nice templates for the agreement, and I turned it into something we could potentially use with their information. And then I said, can you put whatever legalese you normally would have in something like this and run it by our legal department? Do you need anything else from me? Which is how one says, why haven't you done this yet? So that's what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you do 99% of the work, just have them approve it and sign it.
Yes.
Well,
A great tactic.
It's also important for you to clearly step out of the way and say the ball is in your court. And
Yes.
that's what I heard you say.
And which I did. I mean, if you check out this phrase in here. I said, here, I have drafted it. Can you all please take care of editing as needed and having our legal consultants add whatever? Let me know if you need funds for the legal service. We have it.
Right.
And then nothing. And then, do you need anything else from me to keep this moving along?
Yeah.
That's how that kind of thing goes. And I say this with a lot of empathy for them because they probably have a lot more work than they have time.
They're busy. Yes.
They're very busy.
But in that light, I mean, that's why it's so effective what you're doing. I mean, because they are busy and they'll appreciate that.
Yes. I learned this tactic from my friend Mark Cassis, who's my colleague on the CPC, which is that sending someone, hey, do you have a template for this? Gets you nowhere. You just have to write the frickin' thing and be like, is this okay? Could you just take it and go? And so you just take the initiative and write it for them. And I've taken on that tactic. It's very effective. So props to Mark on that. He's another get things done kind of guy. Okay, so that's where that's at. The Affordable Housing Trust. We've been meeting. It's awesome. We were supposed to meet this Monday, but we got snowed out. So I'm hoping that will be rescheduled. Matt Manganelli stepped up as chair of that committee, which I'm so grateful for. He is one of the more engaged, excited, has ideas and motivation about this. So I'm psyched that he stepped in as chair. And they're moving right along. So that's great.
With the goal of getting this thing really flying with annual town meeting. So we're tracking all the steps along the way, in particular, getting the housing trust completely established legally. There's some documentation, and then applying to the CPA for funds to capitalize the trust. And that would require, the normal CPA process, which runs through town meeting.
And I'm sort of acting as a liaison between the CPC and the Housing Trust, even though I'm not on the Housing Trust. Which I'm realizing is a thing because when I mentioned this to the CPC, they had many questions and concerns. And so I look forward to bringing those to the Housing Trust and sort of helping make sure everyone's on the same page.
Sierra,
Yes.
I heard you say that you're liaison from the CPC to the Housing Trust. And I think the way I felt it, understood it, was that you were liaison from this committee
Yeah, I mean,
authority.
neither of them are in an official capacity. I really just mean I am liaising. I am
Right.
helping communicate between both of them, but I'm really both. I mean, I'm the chair of both committees. I'm the liaison for both.
Well,
But I
that's
have
the
the housing authority's best interests at heart because I'm only on the CPC because I'm on the housing authority. So I shan't
well,
forget
so
that.
Oh, okay.
I've
Okay.
wrestled with this. I don't know at what point we've aggregated too many different
Yes.
overlapping authorities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know.
So I just throw that out there. If you're on the policy side with the housing authority rather than the funding side with the CPC, however far you want to take that, you might be on more solid ground.
Fair enough. Um,
More
but I will
solid
be,
ground working with the trust, to be clear.
yes. And but anyway, the point being that the CPC had some questions and I'm going to share those with the Housing Trust when we next meet.
Good.
Okay, next up, the Zero College Highway development. So I just got an invite from Judy Zadonis for this presentation that they're going to do following the whole site planning project. So save the date if you don't have it already. It's Thursday, February 10th at 6 p.m. At the Council on Aging at the Town Hall. And if you want to RSVP, you have to let Judy know. So,
Okay.
and Stephen also shared this, what I'm guessing is the presentation they're going to share at this event.
Uh-huh.
This is a sneak preview in low res.
So,
Okay.
do you want to, Stephen, if you could give us, and I don't want to spend super long on this, but like a 5 or
Right.
so minute synopsis of what's gone on since our last meeting and this progress?
Right. Can you or can I maximize the projector on the view?
Let's see.
All right, I'm getting closer, but I still have a banner on the top that has
All of
pictures
you
of
things.
us and notice that it's being recorded. We
I
are
think
doing
that's
good.
never going to go away. I think that's just
Yeah,
what
I don't
that's just
see where
All right,
that might
so drill
be.
down then. Can you get your widgets on the bottom to go away and just give us that much more real estate?
let's see. I'm
Just
trying to
below the
automatically.
slide, the general widget.
I don't know if can I full screen? Hold on, wait. I might be able to. This because I'm on a Mac. I think I can. Did I do it? I think I did it.
Yes, yes,
You did.
yes,
Aha!
yes. That's improved. We don't need to go belabor this any further. This is slide number one. You remember that the topic is what we call Zero College Highway or 117 to 125. It's Zero College. There are several and they're nowhere. All right, page two. So to orient you, the views are going to be with Route 10 at the bottom of the slide and the Greenway at the top of the slide, but actually running off of the slide is the rest of the property that runs all the way to the Manhan River. And that squiggle at the top is the Manhan River, and the property in total does have frontage on that. So let's
Mhm.
go to 3 and 4.
Okay.
So we still have two development alternatives. This is what I'll call option A, and it has the public safety building on the right. And if you follow down the central boulevard, the next thing on the right is the public safety building. So they would share facilities. That concept will carry through the whole project. The quote unquote commercial or mixed use development. Oh, you're beautiful. Sarah, you anticipate me, is to the left. Now let's go to B. This is the mirror image of that. And this is what really seems to be getting traction. So from this point on, I'm only going to speak about option B as public safety building on the left or the north or whatever that is, and the senior center, thank you, adjacent. So again, they can share septic leach field, parking, roadway, every kind of thing. And behind that, yay, housing. Okay,
Yay.
so let's proceed. Here's a closer up view. Nope,
That's
next one.
option A, so let's keep going.
Right. So this is what we're really pursuing. And I guess what I want to do is turn the corner by saying option B has 45 townhouse units beyond the green. And so, there's some privacy and also some remove from the street frontage for what are probably three-story buildings, but or maybe the commercial mixed use, which runs down to the frontage on the right, might be three stories as well. I mean, we haven't gotten to that fine grain yet. Any one of these buildings, footprint, uh, specific programming could change, but the concept continues on the following pages by calling out what they're trying to accomplish with village design, with trying to mimic what we know and love in Southampton with an open space feel. Next slide. Nonetheless, it's going to have pretty compact development. And these are the principal buildings: public safety, senior center, and this alternative option, number 7, shows where the Greenway Trail comes in. Yep, thanks on the plan. No. Number 7, the circle, purple.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
Yep,
see.
yeah. And so it again shares parking and maybe restroom facilities. Who knows how creative we can get. And who knows, maybe the senior center is part senior center and part community center. I don't know. We're at that stage where we can't afford much of this. So we're trying to pave the way for anybody to step forward. And as soon as they get funding to be able to do what they need to do. And this is what we need to do from the housing authority perspective is to get a what's called a community development corporation. And in our reality, that's wayfinders. Um, to come in and do something like 45 townhouses. That's what's been illustrated. And it's part of an integrated neighborhood with walking paths for every ability, right? You don't have to go for miles and miles on the greenway. You can walk around your neighborhood and the park and go to the senior center, etc. Or who knows, a cafe if we are so lucky. Yes, this one. I demanded a blob map showing rough acreage or sort of another way to visualize the use areas.
Hmm. Love
The
that.
purple is mixed use plus septic area. And so when we get down to the legal survey part of this, we need to make sure that if we are putting this out for someone else to develop, which I think is generally our preference, um, that they have everything they need internal to a legal lot that we can convey and they would own. That would pertain to the mixed use, including the supporting septic leach and parking, and then moving back the residential area and its need for a septic area. And it is flexible because it butts up against undesignated open land. It's not yet conservation land. Some portions of it should be so designated, but it's a mix of conservation adjacent to the residential, adjacent or including both of the public buildings. And then for the next few pages,
This is just blah, blah,
our
blah,
planners,
wastewater treatment. Cool. They did some, wait, option A. We want option, oh, the existing conditions. Option
page
B.
30. We don't need to page through all this. It should be familiar, and I don't want to kill the presentation. But it has all of this. I
Do
would
you
go
think
to
it's okay
page,
if I share this as a supplemental material in our minutes for, it'll be next
yes,
month by the time we
yes,
do this? Okay, cool.
yes, yes.
All
But
right, we got
for
public
the purpose
safety.
of efficiency tonight, I would suggest going to page 30 of the PDF.
Fun pictures, fun pictures. We don't have lupine
Oh,
money.
stop here. Oop, oop.
There's one.
A concept for the Greenway Trailhead. But then here we go. Here we go. From, I think this is page 30, through
This
the
is
end of the deck, they have extracted what are the concepts or design principles that we would want to think about incorporating or adapting into an RFP
okay.
when we seek the developer. We want this look and feel architecturally. We want this kind of integration with the adjacent uses. We want these kinds of sustainable systems, whatever we end up with. But we've got what, 6 pages of concepts to begin with.
Compact, efficient form that conserves resources now and in the future. Love that. That means we don't have money. Reflect Southampton's built heritage. Make it look like that. Love that. Diverse housing choices for every stage of life. That means multiple different sizes of bedrooms. Universal design, accessibility. Not car dominated. I like that. Connect to the surrounding landscape and enhance ecological functions. Nice. Such so well thought through. Publicly accessible open
I
space.
think that they synthesized and built on, hours and hours and hours of committee time and input.
Yeah, for real. They did a great job. Look at that. Um, well, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing. And do you happen to know if there's any update with the public safety or senior center planning groups?
Mm. Public safety, I haven't been tracking closely enough. Senior Center Council on Aging is meeting this week. Now, their current focus, and they've been before the select board on this, is to figure out more flexible and useful ways to use the town building, which we have, and we need additional space for these services. The presentation of these options is going to be at the Council on Aging on February 10th at 6 p.m. So come and see if it's gotten anywhere, but a whole bunch of issues. You can imagine all the HVAC things that are inherited from the school. Renovation was only what the renovation was, didn't adapt fully. There have been septic issues, heating issues. I mean, the list goes on and on.
This is with the
But
town hall building.
yeah, but it's also kind of an inflexible space as various pieces of infrastructure, including the latest internet stuff,
Mm.
makes their room compromised because they get a lot of the sort of IT closet function. And the select board room got nailed down with a podium in one place and big heavy desks spanning across the rest of the room. And so we got to, liberate that space and make it flexible.
Yeah, that's a good call. At least get some wheels on that podium if they're not there already.
Well, no, I think we need to, yeah, the
And
strategy of hard wiring things, I think we're beyond that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that is definitely adjacent. The point is that I sent Janet Kane the slideshow so that it could feed into that process.
Awesome. Are you going to be attending this meeting on the 10th?
Well, I'll definitely be attending. I hope to be in the back row taking pictures.
Yeah. Are we expecting a lot of angry people like we had at the initial community engagement
Oh,
meeting?
that's an excellent question. This is by invitation only, but a broad set of stakeholders, right?
Okay.
Just about any kind of committee member you can think of in town government got the invite. Next wave is the NGOs, so Wayfinders, um, the land trusts, Rails to Trails, and then the politicians, because so much of this hinges on grant funding going forward.
Yes.
Um, and basically them being aware and supportive of economic development and resiliency center, resiliency hub. This is the terminology we have to practice because folks at the executive office of environmental affairs have been pitched on a resilience hub under the mass MVP
Okay.
vulnerability program. So we're pitching the climate and social resilience aspects of the project entire. Again, I'm off to the side, but we're going to get the movers and the shakers on video reacting to this. So East Hampton Media is going to be there, and we'll package up something that is really digestible to put on the town website. You know,
Nice.
it doesn't go on for 90 minutes or longer.
Mhm.
And then I think there's going to be sort of a video transcript of the hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, no, however long we go on the 10th.
Okay. Well, I just forwarded, if I'm available, I'll go. I haven't checked my calendar yet, but I just forwarded this and the invitation to the rest of the committee, not to you, Stephen, because I know you already have it, but Sharon, Ann, and Chris.
Yep.
So
Great.
you
It's
now
a,
have that.
I think it's a go
And
for me.
to your specific question, oh God, I should have included Keith Ferry. Scott asked for Wayfinders contacts, and I picked up on Laureen's
Yep.
latest email before we met in Northampton. And we
Okay.
met with that extremely savvy senior project manager,
Hmm.
was the woman's name,
I don't remember. Someone.
and this completely different male protege who seems absolutely as sharp.
Yes.
But it didn't include Keith.
Right.
Are there other people like Mass Housing in Partnership or others? PVPC is included. Yes, already done.
You mean like to invite to this presentation?
Yeah,
Hmm. I don't know
I
that
know.
mass housing would be interested at this stage. I think because they don't really like initiate things of their own accord. They really sort of like respond to people's needs. So I think we wait until I think we'll share this with them ultimately, but I think we need to wait until we explain why
Yeah,
we're sharing it. Like, here's what we're applying for from you. But I am
yeah,
connected with them because I'm now in that Housing Leadership Academy. So
fantastic.
I can bring it up in my conversations. I also, just incidentally, this doesn't need to go in the minutes. It's not really super relevant, but we had our first seminar, the Housing Leadership Academy, and then we had this the local cohort meeting, which includes this guy Kayam from East Hampton, who actually works at the Donahue Institute at UMass, which is the one who did the housing study, and he's on the planning board or something, or city council of East Hampton.
City Council
Northampton City
just
Councilor, and a
elected.
couple people from North Adams and someone from Montague. So we've got this interesting cohort of Western Mass people. We're all talking about these various challenges we're facing, and it's been really interesting so far.
Good.
And
Fantastic.
let me show you some fun facts from my homework as well. So this is just fun housing facts from Southampton. Where's my response? It was, oh, I know where I can find it. Sorry, bear with me. So they had me look at this website, Data Town, which is incredible.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yes,
homework
it
like
is.
forced me to do this thing I now obviously already will be doing all day, every day. But it's basically this website that has all this interesting data about your town, and they're like, go look up these things. And so here's some interesting stats for us. Percentage of our community that is rented versus owner occupied. We have 10.4% rental, including myself, and 89.6% owner occupied. Percentage of renters that are cost burdened. And this is Southampton only. Almost 40% of our renters are cost burdened, and 26% of our homeowners are cost burdened. And I was saying, I was like, this is surprising to me because I thought Southampton was a pretty affluent town. Someone was explaining to me from the group that, people in their lives, they sort of like, their affluence can sort of come and go, and you sort of vary, but you may sort of vary between the sort of like lower to upper middle class. And when people have been upper middle class at one point, it's very hard for them to like downsize and recognize that, they're now at a point where they can't afford their home anymore. So it's basically saying it's like people sort of in denial about the fact that they're living somewhere too expensive in a lot of cases, or just dealing. So that was interesting. Um, Percentage of our community's housing stock, the single family homes, that's 89%. And this is the most shocking. And this was the guy from Chabot told me this is a standout example statewide. Since the year 2000, we've had 500 plus units built. Only 4 units of them were multifamily units. And that is unusual, I will say. But then compared to North Adams, they've had no housing built for years and years, but they have 677 vacant homes in North Adams, which, like, oh man, imagine if we had all that real estate we could do stuff with. That'd be awesome. But
It's a long commute. But
yeah,
hey, Sarah, that is the category that I have been very interested in. And I've identified one or two properties. And this is the kind of thing that the Housing Trust would be really interested in.
yeah,
Whatever bright ideas you get out of this that, might go down as better policy or better zoning bylaws, if there's something actionable, the trust, Matt and I want to put it in action. Enjoy? Oh my God. Yeah, we're going to get this thing up and moving.
yeah. Um, so that's just some interesting housing facts that I feel more educated already just from doing my first month of homework. So I thought
It's
I'd
a
share with you
fun
all.
tool. And
Yeah.
That's
hey,
cool.
Sarah, don't
Mhm.
be shy about sharing the slideshow that you just got.
Okay,
And
cool.
would be very interested because he's been tracking a very analogous affordable housing and conservation project in
Hmm.
East Hampton.
You know him?
It's sort of a Facebook committee kind of relationship, but
Okay.
yeah, because I was very involved with Kestrel and with community builders,
Yeah.
getting that
Well,
project through the due diligence and sort of the legal arrangements. Now they're doing the permitting, and I think Kestrel owns the backland all the way to the Manhan River. But
sounds about right.
the development by the community builders is exactly what we've been hearing from Wayfinders. It's a 5 year, you know, indefinite time frame
Yeah.
to get the capital and to break ground.
Interesting. So that's my updates from the committee. So next I'd like to just take a quick look at our annual town report, try to get that
Mhm.
finalized. If you guys are ready to move on,
Yes.
let's do it.
Yep,
Okay. So Sharon hopefully
I did. I read it.
got rid of this N for me. Thank you very much. Oops, there we go. Thank you for catching that. Anything y'all want to edit or update on here?
I don't know if you saw my email. It's very minor and maybe too general to be understood,
I don't
but
know if you sent your email, Stephen. Let's see.
you know, if you check your calendar for the meetings that we've had with Wayfinders subsequent to July 1,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that includes meeting in Northampton. I just it was kind of a generic thing that we continue to cultivate community development corporations for
Yes, let me
their
add that.
and you know the site visit you did, where was it?
Yeah,
Agawam, Ludlow,
Ludlow,
Ludlow.
was
yeah.
also in July.
Okay,
So
let me add
you've done some
You've done a lot,
legwork.
Sierra.
that. All right, let me think about where to add that. So is it close to existing development north south? Okay.
And that's additive. It's not critique.
Yes, agreed. Uh, the housing
I don't
authority
need to proof it. I can leave it in your
to
hands.
um to maintain, cultivate relationships with local community development corporations who could potentially act as our developer for this project or develop this, yeah, developer for affordable housing.
Yeah, more power to you. I wasn't gonna I often don't completely close the loop, make the point. That is the point.
Yes,
You know, that's the reason for the
yes.
relationship.
Right. The town does
Including
not intend to
site,
develop and own.
right, including site visits to similar, I'm just going to use plural, even though it was really only one, to similar, to affordable housing developments nearby that could have a similar structure or model to what we're creating or something.
That could be a model for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Could be a model for, oops. Can I say this project? Is it obvious that we're talking about this?
If you can avoid project,
Yes. Okay.
initiative,
For uh
neighborhood,
development in Southampton or
community. Yeah,
For
development.
future development.
Yeah.
it is. Yep.
I've used the word
I'm-
development 5 times in this sentence, so that's going to need to. I'm going to need to.
Well, I could probably just get rid of it, you know, in some places,
Yes,
depending how it
site
reads.
visits to affordable housing recently built in Ludlow to I'm just going to say a site visit,
Yeah. If you're going to be specific about Ludlow, it's only one.
a model for a development in Southampton. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. Anything else to add to this section or other sections? I'll make that fit. I'm not gonna have a separate. They said don't leave a page hanging. Anyway, I'll fix it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, I don't need you guys to sit here while I fix that formatting, but can we, I would entertain a motion to approve this for submission.
So moved.
moved.
Second.
All right. All in favor by voice
with
vote? Simmons, aye.
Johnson, I.
Tilde I.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
With permission to continue to, you know, make editorial revisions. I think we're approving the content
Okay.
and keeping it on schedule.
All right. I'm going to on the
So if you want to go to the thesaurus about real estate development, that's
that's okay. I think this is gonna
fine.
be
See what they come up with for you.
yeah. All right, this is good. We got it. I got it on one page, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very good.
that's that. Anything else we need to discuss before scheduling our next meeting?
All right.
Okay.
You guys are fat.
Well, I will be sending you the recording, Sharon, if you want to look back at it for minutes.
Oh,
Um,
I always enjoy doing that.
Okay. So much fun. So much
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Give me 1 sec to get my planner.
Wednesdays are what we do.
Yeah.
Today a Wednesday? Yes.
Today
Mhm.
is, and 4 weeks from now, we will probably be away. We've been trying to get away to see Bob's sister who needs some help in North Carolina. We had to cancel last weekend because the weather there was bad and our weather was bad. And this weekend their weather is bad. And then we found out she's going to move. So I think we're going to help her move the last week of February. So I'll be away.
Okay.
With
Well,
the
let's look at the
18th?
first week of March.
Yeah,
Because
that's like 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
yeah. Let me just see if there's anything on my town government in that time. Did I say March 4th? So select board's meeting on the 3rd. That's great. So if we meet on the 4th, okay, one other place I need to check is my work calendar. Just give me a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So many calendars.
If we had to do it the week before, I could potentially zoom in, but ugh.
That's okay. We have our CPC public hearing on the Wednesday before,
Oh.
which we're trying to get people to actually come to this year. And I'll encourage members of the Affordable Housing Trust to attend if
Mhm.
like that.
What is, Sarah, what is the Wednesday prior that you're referring to? The
It
date?
is Wednesday, the 25th of February.
But there's a Greenway committee at 6:30.
I know they booked
There's,
it after us, and they're gonna have to move because literally two people from the Greenway Committee
yeah, right
were
now I
in the
know.
meeting where we scheduled this, and then went ahead and scheduled it. So I have spoken candidly to them and told them y'all gonna have to move because we called it.
So we're bypassing February 18th, which I think I heard is open. It is for me.
Yeah, I think that's sooner than we need. That's just a couple
All right.
weeks.
That's only 3 weeks away.
That's fine.
Okay, so it looks like March 4th at 6 works for me if it works for you all.
Yes,
Uh,
March 4th. Yeah,
Okay.
at 6.
Yeah.
Let me write that down somewhere.
March 4th, 6 to 7. And you're telling me I have a select board meeting on the 3rd?
Yes.
Thank you.
While we're at it. All right.
They keep
Okay.
coming fast and furious.
Yes. We also have a select board meeting on the 17th of February and the 3rd of February.
Yeah, I'm generally good in the current month, but after that is very, I don't buy green bananas either.
Yeah, fair enough. It's a lot. Planning is a lot. Okay, so do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We don't need to
Yay.
vote for the adjourn because everyone knows we want to adjourn.
We do.
All right. Thank you all so much. Have a good
Thank you.
evening.
Have a good
you,
evening,
Sierra.
everybody.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.